Welcome to Unicorns, a podcast series featuring people who have distinctive characteristics and or experiences that make them truly unique, or a unicorn. We are your hosts, my good friend Alberto Lara.
Hello, and this is my friend Phil Robinet.
And we are what I consider to be unicorns. Why is that, you ask? Because we are both electrical engineers and we both perform stand-up comedy. In my opinion, those are two traits that are so diametrically opposed that they instill disbelief in people. In the upcoming episodes, we will feature guests and their stories, demonstrating how the world is filled with more unicorns than one might think. So sit back, keep your arms and legs inside, remain seated until we come to a complete full stop, and enjoy the ride.
Unicorns is not suitable for children of any age. Unicorns is intended for mature audiences and entertainment purposes only.
Hi, Al.
Hey, Phil. How was your trip?
My trip was well, thank you. I went to Oregon to finish the book, SIRENS Above, my third book. It's a Peter Steele novel. Peter Steele is the main character. And so we went live on Amazon February 3rd.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Get it.
It's a big moment. So if you go to Amazon.com, go to the book section. If you type it in the search bar on the homepage, for some reason my books don't come up. But if you go to the books tab and then type in my name or the name of the book, Sirens Above, or Confessions of a Reprobate, or Chaos at Bluebird Stadium, these books will come up.
How did you come up with the story? Because that's a brilliant way to recruit for terrorism.
Okay, we were sitting around my dad's hangar, and we had to come up with a new book. I had finished mine, and he had finished his. He said, I don't know what to write about. I don't know how to write fiction. So I said, well, I just started brainstorming. It just came to me. I did not have this idea stored in my head. Peter Steele is the main character. He's patterned after my dad. He is an architect, a phenom in the architecture world. It started tumbling out. All of a sudden, it was a terrorist and beautiful women, and he's going to teach them to fly. He's going to sleep with them. They're going to want to blow up this building. I said we'll get women from the Western world who were brainwashed into becoming terrorists. And then lo and behold, I Google it the next day, or soon thereafter, and it's a real phenomenon. I bought a research paper for $25 about women in the Western world, North America and Europe, being recruited by Middle Eastern terrorists. Women have daddy issues. They're vulnerable of social media, of course. And they become terrorists. There's actually a very famous blonde hair, I think, blue-eyed girl from Amsterdam who's cutthroat assassin, gave up her own man, her partner, her lover, gave him up. It was like him or me. Sayonara, motherfucker. Yeah. So I kind of looked into that. I was going to make up that part, but as it turns out, it's a real phenomenon. And so that introduced the other element I needed, which was the protagonist, or the villain, or in this case, the femme fatales. This girl who has been recruited and brainwashed, she is from Phoenix, blonde hair, blue eyes. Her dad died when she was 1 year old. Her dad was in the army in Kuwait, and so the book is a satire, by the way, dark comedy, satirical humor. Well, her dad was a fuck up, but they gave him a hero's death. He died of deep vein thrombosis, which is what you get when you sit too long in one position. And he was asleep on duty for 8 hours again. So they gave him a hero's death. Well, she hated the Kuwaitis because she felt the Kuwaitis were responsible for her dad's death. So she was easily brainwashed into being a terrorist. And she met two other girls, an African-American girl from Eugene, track star at the University of Oregon, and a Hispanic girl from Cuauhtemoc, Chihuahua, Mexico, who migrated to El Paso in a caravan, and then was recruited. She was in an orphanage outside of El Paso and was recruited to be the terrorist. And the three of them met in terrorist training camp converged in Phoenix to blow up a building.
Wow. That's exciting.
It just so happens that they were taking flying lessons. They were going to use small planes to blow up the building because the airliner thing had been done. And so they coincidentally found a flight instructor who happened to have designed a high-rise building in Phoenix, Peter Steele. And so that's how the plot thickens.
As far as the characters, you use like with Seinfeld, they use real life characters into the show.
There's characters that have characteristics and traits of people I know. There's other characters that are kind of random, but I give them similar names to people I know. I don't use exact names, but close enough names to where the people know who they are. For instance, you are the building manager of the high-rise, Albert
Such
Loya.
honor. Wow.
Albert Loya to Alberto Lara. So, things like that. This is going to be a continuing series, by the way. I left, so I said I want the character to be based on you, Billy, my dad.
Yeah.
So he's going to fly, and he's going to be an architect, even though him and I are not architects. People can't relate to mechanical engineers, you know.
Right.
So, but we work for architects in the building industry. Our designs are part of an architect's design. So it's translatable. And to indulge his passion for flying, he becomes an instructor and he teaches flying lessons on weekends. 3 young, beautiful women who are actually terrorists.
Oh, that's so
One
cool.
blonde, blue eye, one black, and one Hispanic.
No.
Take flying lessons so they can fly into the building he designed. 3 small planes instead of one big plane with explosives. And it's a race against time to see if he can thwart the attack after he discovers it at the last minute. It's called Sirens Above. A siren is actually a femme fatale, a woman who is alluringly dangerous yet attractive. And all these 3 women are sirens.
Jeez. They're so beautiful, too.
Yes. So
They're soft.
and they're
Oh, these creatures are to die for. Is that why they call it femme fatale? Because they're these creatures, the
No.
women.
No, that's not why. No, that's not why.
Oh,
Oh my God. Femme fatale is French. It is a movie expression for the female villain or protagonist. Femme fatale.
yeah.
Usually responsible, yeah. Is that what you said?
I don't know. Well, femme to me seems woman, and fatale means fatal.
Yeah.
It's like fatal woman.
Yeah. So sirens, a siren with reference to a woman is,
Yeah,
is
the-
synonymous.
The thought that comes to my mind is a you know,
Well, siren, the
beautiful
audible
woman.
sirens. It's a double entendre. When I was brainstorming this with my dad, and I was actually doing the talking and he was doing the listening, I did say we want to make it continuable
Oh, cool.
into a sequel. Is that a word? Continuable
Sequential.
into a sequel.
Yeah, I mean, it is a word now. Continuable.
Let's Google it. It is a word. Continuable, to carry on, persistent. Okay.
Yeah, so it is a word.
It is a word. Okay, so let me tell you about my dad, what a badass he
Yeah.
is, okay? He's flown ever since he was 17, worked his way through college at New Mexico State as a mechanical engineer by crop dusting. Okay, we're not fucking washing dishes here, okay? He was crop dusting fields working his way through college. He was actually ferrying airplanes, crop dusting airplanes, from here to Canada. I say here, Las Cruces, El Paso, Las Cruces area, to Canada for the apple season.
Wow.
New Brunswick. I'm talking about like the northeastern, above Maine kind of shit. Okay, open cockpit airplanes across country. Okay, and then crop dust when he got there. Is actually involved in a mid-air collision because these crop dusting fields are uncontrolled airspace, and so everybody's just talking to each other for clearance, takeoffs, landings, and there was miscommunication, and 50 feet, I think, or so above the ground, he actually collided with another airplane. It's the cover of his first book.
Wow.
Which is called By the Skin of My Teeth. So he's 90 years old now, okay? 5 years ago, when he was 85, I'm talking to him on the phone. We talk 3 times a week or so. I'll never forget, it was a Tuesday. I said, hey, Billy, what's going on? How are you? Not worth a fuck. Oh, man, what's wrong? The FAA is all up in my ass again. Sorry. He said, the FAA is all up in my ass. I said, again? He is tangled with the FAA. He is tangled with the FAA in his life probably 5 times, give or take. And won. And I'm talking in courts of law, okay?
Wow.
He pushes the fucking envelope.
Wow.
Okay, so here the FAA is in my ass again. I said, what did you do this time?
Wow.
He said, I flew into a power line. I said, excuse me? This is an 85-year-old man flying an open cockpit N3N, which is actually a Stearman replica. It's a Navy version of the Stearman biplane. It's a vintage classic. It's like a 57 Chevy in the car world. His pride and joy, his toy, he was at a Stearman fly-in, which is like a car show of nothing but these vintage 1940s aircraft.
Wow.
And so I've been to like 3 of these fly-ins, and I don't even live in Oregon. Okay, this is how ubiquitous they are. I've been to 3 of them in Oregon. Okay, at this airport, Cottage Grove, Oregon, which is where Animal House was filmed, by the way. And so it's a 2-day fly-in. He's leaving on Sunday. An airfield full of friends and other airplane pilots with these planes. He takes off, and he's buzzing the crowd, which is illegal.
Wow. And
He's in between a row of hangars, and he snaps the power line.
he wrote this in his book, right? Or did this happen?
Yo, this is not in his book.
No, because I remember reading something like that in his book. It's like, wow.
No, because he's done this before.
Yeah, okay.
I was freaking out. I said, you got to be kidding me.
Well, that makes sense. That's why it's in the book.
I said, Jesus, are you okay? He goes, what's the big deal? It's like the 4th one I've hit.
Oh, crap.
And he says, it's not even the biggest one I've hit. I said, what do you mean biggest? Is that by diameter of wire or voltage? And then he says, don't you read my books, asshole? So he took out 5,500 homes with no power.
What do you say to that?
5,500 homes were without power on a Sunday. 3 hospitals.
Hold on, man. Hold on. That's something I would say to my children. You can read what I tell you to.
This is what he was saying to his child. 5,500 homes, 3 hospitals. I said, okay, so just imagine this scenario. I'm on the operating table on a Sunday afternoon because I've been in a car accident and the power goes out because you were showing off to your fucking friends. He goes, these hospitals have generators. You ought to know that, you fucking asshole.
Wow, man.
What's the big deal? He was pissed off.
He was mad.
He was trying to
He
be
was,
a
he
tough
was in
guy.
the middle of a war. He was in the
trying to
middle
be
of a war.
Mr. Tough Guy.
Yeah.
The FAA was kicking his ass, rightfully so. There was somebody in the plane, a friend of his, who was a pilot, and my dad had to follow the sword because they were going to question the other pilot, and he was afraid of losing his license.
Wow.
And so my dad was prepared to fight it,
Wow.
and he decided not to save his friend because his friend would have cracked under pressure. There's no way he could have gone with the story
Wow.
my dad was concocting. And so I said, what did you do? Did you turn around and land? He said, fuck no. When you only have one landing in your airplane, you go to your own airport. I just kept right on going. I have a picture of him holding the copper wire in front of his airplane. It wrapped around his strut. And
Yeah, he shows some of the letters of the FAA in his books
Yes.
regarding that.
Yes, he's my dad. Yes. He killed him to bow to the FAA. I killed him to not fight it
Oh, yeah.
and to have to follow the sword. He pled to having his license suspended
Yeah.
for the first time in his life. They killed him. Anyway, that's the story about my dad.
Not literally.
Not literally.
Okay.
sorry. No, he's 90. He's still going strong. January 2022.
Yes.
Can I be in your podcast?
You can.
Okay. Okay. My name is Michaela. I'm from Van Horn, Texas. Do you guys know where that is?
I know where Van Horn is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you heard of Jeff Bezos?
Yes.
Like, that's where it's at. That's the launch site. Yeah.
Yes. Are you going to go up in space, Michaela?
I do not have that type of money. I work at Wing Daddies, guys.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I'll get that money soon. What are y'all talking about?
I just published my third book.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
What's it about?
It's a spy terrorist thriller. It's on Amazon. The theme of our podcast is called Unicorns.
Unicorns. Oh, look, I have a charm of a unicorn. Let me show you.
Now, see, this is cosmic now.
They're real. See?
I think the podcast gods are speaking to us through Michaela.
Yes, they are.
The reason it's called Unicorns is my friend Al and I have unicorn-type traits.
Okay.
In my opinion, we're unicorns in a sense
Okay.
because we're electrical engineers and we also do stand-up comedy.
Oh, you do?
So those are two traits that are very diametrically opposed, as you would agree. There's a picture of me on stage.
So you made 2 jokes earlier and I didn't catch them. So are you that funny? How funny are you? Because I did not catch 2.
So we want to know what your unicorn traits are. You have a unicorn trait. I can sense it.
Okay, I'm a unicorn then, because I'm
Okay.
very unique. There's no one like me. Dramatic, a crybaby.
Okay.
I'm very dramatic.
I have 3 daughters, so you're gonna have to do better than that.
Oh, okay. So one time I got a paper cut, and I fell to the floor crying, so my parents can like help me with this dang paper cut. They were like, "Get up! What are you doing?" So I
Okay,
was
that's
like,
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a
When
pretty
was this, last
unicorn.
week or-
No.
Let's-
It was maybe last year, probably. Okay, nice to meet you guys.
Well, we have questions for you.
Oh, okay, tell me. I have answers.
You went to high school in Van Horn, I take
Yes,
it?
sir.
What brought
Yes,
you
sir.
to El Paso, the big
Uh,
city?
I'm coming to school for a phlebotomist.
A phlebotomist,
Yes, sir.
which is study of
That's
the
when
blood.
Yes, sir. Yes. I'll take your blood. I'm a vampire. Only on
Okay.
weekends. Want to go for an RN?
An excellent profession.
Yes.
I commend you for that
Yes.
selfless vocation. So you're an excellent student.
Yes, sir. I am.
You're a woman of science, apparently.
It's hard, but yes, sir.
Okay, we happen to be men of science.
Oh yeah.
We're electrical engineers,
Oh cool. Wow. So you guys are smart.
as you are.
How long did you guys go to school for?
28 years in my case, and that's not an exaggeration.
10 in mine.
Oh wow. 28 years.
Yeah, I had misguided priorities. I wrote a book about it, actually. That's my second book.
Yeah.
No kidding. So you
Yeah.
had a vocational class
Yes, sir.
in phlebotomy,
Yes,
drawing
sir.
blood.
Yes, sir.
And you discovered that was your calling.
Yes, sir. I really was like, okay, I want to do this. I want to do this.
Nice. Okay. And so you decided to move. Yeah, and that's bold. Even an hour and a half away, moving out of town on your own.
It's scary. It's expensive. Nobody told me it was going to be this expensive. Adulting sucks.
Yes. But what sucks?
Adulting. Like
Adulting?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it does.
perhaps I could recommend one of your elective classes to be economics.
Economics.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was sarcastic.
I think I'm Kim Kardashian. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I like to
You look
spend money.
Well, okay, what are your hobbies, Michaela?
My hobbies? I'm a homebody.
You're a homebody.
I
okay.
hate interacting with people. Weird, right? Because I'm a server, but
You're a surfer?
I'm a server.
Oh,
so,
server,
It's
sorry.
weird to be not like people. Does that make
So
sense?
in Van Horn, you didn't have horses or anything, or outdoors?
Oh, you think it's country type Van Horn? You think it's like country, like yeehaw, like oh no, it's not like that.
Okay, so you're a homebody.
I'm a homebody.
So you like to read.
Okay, I like to like lay down, watch Friends. That's my favorite show, Friends.
Okay.
I like to watch TikToks.
Okay.
Just be goofy, lay down, play with my hair, play with makeup, just stuff like random things. Clean my house, water my plants. I have 3 dogs.
You have now?
No, they're at my parents. Those are their grandchildren. So I said I'll be back for them one of these days. I don't know when, but
So I think I'm finding the unicorn traits in you. It's the absence of.
oh God, are you gonna hit me with some depressing things? Cause I know.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm a very uplifting person.
Oh, okay.
You know that song "Up with People"?
No,
Oh, that's
sing
actually
it.
a
Let me
group.
hear it.
It's
Can you
actually a
sing it?
group. I was
Can
going to
you-
make a joke and I fucked it up.
Oh God,
Uh,
it's okay. I guess I'll silently laugh at that one.
Sarcasm, I love it.
Oh yes, I do have a lot of that.
You are very witty.
Yes.
Okay, so your hobby is no hobbies.
No hobbies.
Okay.
I always say I strive not to strive.
Yeah, it's like, why am I gonna do something every day that's the same thing? Like, do something different. You know?
Okay. Where did you find nursing and phlebotomy in this?
Okay, different. Something's different every day. Somebody's hurt a different way. Somebody has a sickness a different way.
So was it a vocational class in school that got your attention, like by chance, or
no.
did you seek out that class?
I just really like the scrubs.
You like the scrubs, okay?
That's the only reason. My aunt, she's a pharmacist. She's a doctor now. She has her own pharmacy. So I was like,
In Van Horn.
in Alpine, Texas.
In Alpine, okay.
You know where that is?
I do. I've done projects
Saul
at
Ross,
Alpine.
Saul
yes.
Rossa College. You know where Prada
in
is?
Texas?
Yes.
The Holland Hotel.
That was a good one. That one was funny.
Uh,
I didn't understand it at first, but
I actually did a project at Alpine, the Holland Hotel, the remodel. Are you familiar with the Holland Hotel?
is it haunted?
That I don't know, but I could find out.
Okay, I find out. Are you into that stuff, like ghost stories?
I am.
Me
And
too.
aliens. We're into aliens.
Okay, so catch me on this one. My conspiracy theory. I feel like there's aliens all around us, like that they're just disguised as people, and we would never know, right? Are you into conspiracy theories
Yes.
too? Me too.
Yes.
I had to stop watching them. My dad had to ban YouTube off my phone because I was going crazy. I thought there was underground I think there's underground railroads. They're keeping deep monsters.
Oh,
It's just
were you
scary.
a server in Van Horn?
Yes, sir. I was a
Okay.
server at Gilbert's restaurant for like a year and a half. That was good money. I made good money there. And then I went to her sister's restaurant, Lizzie's, and then Chela's, a Mexican restaurant, and that's it.
And Chewy's is famous. Did you know it's famous? Do you know why?
Because John Madden.
Yes. Okay. So you know the story. Okay. So what else? Where else have you worked? What other industry have you? Did you?
I've only had a couple of jobs.
But they've all been server jobs.
Yes, server
Okay.
jobs. And I take care of my grandma, my great grandma. I
Okay.
take care of her sometimes when I go. Yeah, my great grandma's still alive. She's 94 years old. She's
94
good.
young.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
She
Your
drives.
Great grandma.
She's good.
Here in El Paso.
She could touch her. No, in Van Horn.
But-
She could touch her toes. 94-year-old.
Nice.
I'm like, wow, grandma. I can't even touch my
I was going to
toes.
say a joke about
Yeah,
you know,
don't.
women driving.
Oh God, you want me to smack you with the microphone?
No, of course not. I'm not
Okay.
going to say it.
I was
She's
just
got
kidding.
spunk. Okay.
Yes,
tread
yes.
tread carefully.
I'm not going to test my wit.
This
against
is like
yours.
grabbing a bag full of rattlesnakes. Okay.
Oh, I know.
You never know when they could just.
I was
I
thinking
can
out loud.
sense it. That's okay.
Okay. Hey, I have a joke. I have a joke.
All right, I want to hear your joke.
Okay.
I want to hear
What does a penny tell the dime?
What?
No, you have to guess.
What does a penny tell a dime?
Yes.
I have to guess?
Let's get together and make some sense.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Good dad joke. Good dad joke. I'm gonna tell that to my kids.
That was. See, you got that one. You know what? Okay, let me go check on my food. I'll be back.
All right.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Unicorns. Coming up on our next Unicorns podcast, Dr. Phil and Mr. Al will explore the labyrinth that we call life, which morphs with every decision that we make. It has many dead ends, traps of infinite loops, and it is timed. We can assure you won't want to miss this esoteric knowledge revealing the path to what we are all looking for. Thank you for listening, and please gather your unicorn friends and or experiences and send them to us for consideration on the next episode of
Unicorns, brought to you by Opulent Works, created by Phil Robinet, executive producer Alberto Lara.